There is something missing from our world. The amazing animals that time has left behind. But what if we could bring them back? What if extinction didn't have to be forever? We're going back in time on a safari with a difference. As wildlife adventurer Nigel Marvin plunges into prehistory to rescue creatures on the brink of extinction. His plan is to bring them back to the safety of the present and give them a second chance. His next adventure is into the Ice Age, where he'll come face to face with a woolly rhino, survive a showdown with a colossal cave bear, and solve the mystery of what is killing the last mammoth on Earth. Welcome to the ultimate wildlife sanctuary. Welcome to Prehistoric Park. Prehistoric Park is starting to come to life. Amongst the hills and valleys of this huge reserve, dinosaurs are getting used to their surroundings. One day, Nigel Marvin plans to breed extinct animals in captivity. But for now, he's starting off by only bringing a few of each species back to see how they get on in the 21st century. The park's latest newcomers seem to be settling in well.
Stop right there. All right, keep tension at the back.
What an ingenious contraption. How are they doing?
Oh, not too bad, but they're big beasts with big appetites. Keep that line under tension.
Head park keeper Bob and his team are facing their first big challenge, keeping the park's two baby T-Rex happy. When Nigel found them, they'd just been orphaned after their mother was fatally injured in a fight. Nigel managed to save them from certain death just seconds before a massive meteorite hit.
Take it away. Yep, all right, bring her round.
Feeding the T-Rex means meat, and plenty of it. When they arrived at the park, the T-Rex were half-starved, but they've been making up for it ever since.
I'm not telling Bob everything about T-Rex feeding habits. He'd be so depressed.
T-Rex babies grow incredibly fast. Terence and Matilda will double their size every year until they grow to the length of a double-decker bus and weigh 5 tons.
They're voracious, aren't they? Look at that. It's leaping for that. You see those teeth where they've got serrated teeth like sharks, and they're slicing off chunks of flesh. No wonder they eat so much. I mean, they're polishing that off. Oh, well, there. I wouldn't like to be in there, I'll tell you.
Now Nigel's planning his next adventure.
Hello.
He's decided to rescue one of the most famous of all extinct animals, the woolly mammoth, the long-lost relative of modern-day elephants.
I adore elephants. And of course, they have a long history. There are many different species of the elephant family in the past, the mastodons and mammoth. People think they had the same family life, the same social history. But what I want to do is travel back in time and find out whether that's true. And maybe even bring a woolly mammoth or two back to Prehistoric Park. Would you like to meet a woolly mammoth? You would, wouldn't you?
As in any conservation project, it's the most endangered animals Nigel wants to rescue. So he's got to travel back to the time that mammoths were on their last legs. That was at the end of the Ice Age. Freezing plains were the home to huge herds of mammoth. But 10,000 years ago, it all changed. Their world was turned upside down because of global warming. The ice was disappearing, and so were the mammoths.
This is at the end of the last ice age, and what was happening, it was still cold, but the ice sheets, they were receding northwards, and the mammoths were going there too. According to all my research, the last surviving mammoths were found here, just east of the Urals in Siberia.
By going back to the brink of extinction, he'll see for himself what killed off these magnificent beasts and get his chance to save the woolly mammoth. The time portal is set to take him back to the last ice age, 10,000 years ago. Here in the Ice Age, the warming of the climate has already changed this world. What once was rich open grassland covered in grazing mammoths has now been invaded by dense forest. This is no place for a mammoth. Finding the last ones left alive is not going to be easy.
We've gone for miles, and this forest, it just seems limitless. And, you know, obviously the climate's warming, and caterpillars can survive on pine needles, but a 6-ton mammoth, no way, there's just not enough nutrition.
It's this lack of good food that has brought the mammoth population to its knees. It looks like there's nothing but trees here. But at last, Nigel finds something to break the monotony. A prehistoric cave. He can't resist exploring. Nigel has chosen the wrong creature to disturb. Cave bears stand 13 feet tall, weighing up to 3/4 of a ton, and are more muscular than any other bear.
Get moving! Run! Drop the camera, Captain. Just move! Move!
Cave bears may be huge, but luckily they can't climb trees.
There you are, I'm up here. I'm sorry about that. I was sure they were extinct at this time. But what an exciting find. We've got to go and see it. And as long as we don't startle it, it won't charge again, and we can watch it foraging. There he is, I can tell he's a male cave bear. The female's much smaller proportions. But I'm certain he was hibernating in that cave. And what he's doing, he's packing in berries and the early spring vegetation. But they're not very carnivorous bears. They feed on anything. As for hunting us, he wasn't doing that. It was because we disturbed him. That's why he chased us. Cave bears won't be around for much longer.
Nigel can't save every endangered animal he finds, so this time he lets sleeping bears lie. It's time to get back to the business of finding a mammoth. Nigel decides the best way to spot a mammoth is to get up high to scout the terrain.
This is so disappointing. Come back 10,000 years, aiming for mammoth country, and all I can see is trees, trees, thousands of them as far as the eye can see. Mammoths, they need plains and grasslands, and there's none of that anywhere here.
The changing habitat is not the only reason Nigel is struggling to find a mammoth. He knows there's another factor that has driven them to the brink of extinction. Mammoths are hunted by Ice Age man.
I think our only chance, there's a break over there, just at the base of the mountains. There may be some grassland, and maybe we can find them there.
And then a clue that mammoth may not be too far away.
And this is the most exciting find yet. I just saw it gleaming out of the corner of my eye. This has been carved from a mammoth tusk. Some kind of instrument. And if this hasn't been here too long, the hunters could still be around. And if they're around, the mammoths could be too.
And before long, there's a sign that at last, Nigel's getting warmer.
Quick here, look. At last, vital clues. Look at these massive footprints. Can only be a woolly mammoth. Bigger than that one there. This is the front footprint going that way. And look at this. A concrete clue at last. Mammoth dung. Looks gross, but it's not. The plant vegetation goes through the stomach virtually unchanged. They're useless at digesting plant cell wall cellulose. Cows can do it, elephants can't. That's why they have to feed for 16 hours a day. And the crucial thing is, it's still warm, so this is fresh. The mammoth can't be far away. Shh, shh. I can hear something. Over there, I think.
But Nigel's in for a shock.
At last, mammoth. And there could be more than one. There's two. There's one down. And it looks like there's a mammoth trap or something there. The second one's not moving at all. Oh, what we'll do, we'll try to get in closer. But there's something not right.
It looks like Ice Age hunters have beaten him to it.
I thought as much. This is a killing field. The hunters, they've dug a pit, covered it with snow. The mammoth's fallen in, they've speared her to death. There's another one staying by her dead herd mate. This could be one of the last mammoths remaining on Earth. Listen. Oh, that is heartrending. She's making this grumbling sound. They do that with their stomach. She's trying to communicate to her dead herd mate. It's a stomach rumble, which they do. Of course, she's not going to get a response. And she looks sick. Head held low, ears close against her head. Okay, sweetheart, keep calm. Okay, okay. We've got two females here, dainty, straight, tusk bull mammoths, much bigger tusk corkscrew curve at the end. And what's happened is this one has stayed behind to defend her herd mate, and she's been injured as well. Hello, girl. No, no. God, she's so weak she can hardly lift her trunk. And it's likely that the one that's been killed is this one's sister. Mammoth populations got smaller because of climate change, but it was this that drove them to extinction, overhunting by early peoples. And the most horrifying thing is they didn't know any better, but we're still doing this sort of thing to rare animals in the 21st century. I'm pretty sure this is why she looks so poorly. It's a broken off spear. She was probably defending the one in the pit. She was attacked herself. You can see there's a wound in the shoulder there. It's starting to swell. We've got to do something quickly, otherwise, you know, it could flare up to a serious infection.
Nigel is faced with a dilemma. Right now, the mammoth is too weak to walk through the time portal. But if he leaves, the hunters could come back to finish her off. Somehow, he needs to get her back on her feet. He calls in his team, who are scouting nearby.
We've got a mammoth down, a very sick mammoth. She needs rescuing. So if you can get here as soon as you can, please.
Okay, we'll be straight over.
Back at the park, Bob's busy with problems of his own.
Oh, lovely, thanks.
He's having trouble looking after some of the dinosaurs Nigel has already brought back. He had decided to treat Ornithomimus like ostriches and put them in a paddock, but they aren't doing well here. They just won't eat the grass.
Well, I thought, well, they look like an ostrich. They've got a mainly vegetarian diet, so I put them in an ostrich enclosure. Now, that was an easy mistake to make because although an Ornithomimus might look like, and in many ways act like, an ostrich's prehistoric cousin, they don't like ostrich feed.
But Bob's noticed that these dinosaurs have more in common with Daffy Duck than emu.
The answer lies in their teeth, or rather lack of them. An Ornithomimus hasn't got any teeth. The inside of its mouth's very rough, you know, a bit like sandpaper. Now, that's very similar to ducks and geese. So I thought, well, ducks, geese, ponds. Why don't I give them an enclosure with their own pond? Then maybe they can find their own food.
All he has to do now is to convince them it's a good idea.
Come on. That's it now. Out you come. Come on.
Look at them go. Hopefully the Ornithomimus will love their new pond, if they can calm down long enough to find it. Back in the Ice Age, it's not long before the team arrived with some antibiotics. It's the only way to fight the infection that is rapidly taking over the mammoth's body.
So we're just going to have to try it. Okay. It's a really desperate situation. We're going to lose her if we don't do anything. 1 in 4 elephants, once they go down, they never get up again. So just got to hope she's back on her feet in the morning. We can get her back to Prehistoric Park and look after her properly.
Nigel.
What's there in the woods?
It's evening, and the hunters are back to claim their prize.
Everyone's a little bit nervous. We think the hunters are coming in closer. We were going to take it in shifts to watch her through the night, but I'm gonna do just. She's so sick, you just feel she needs some companionship.
As night falls, the prospect of easy meat attracts some more unwanted visitors.
There's hyenas prowling. I see their yellow eye shine in the forest. There's wolves farther away. If they come in closer, their eyes will shine green. And of course, the worst predator of all, the human hunters, they know that the kill's there.
And humans have no eye shine at all, so they're the hardest to spot. It's going to be a long night. Nigel has managed to ward off the wolves, but he knows his job is far from done. The mammoth is only safe if he can keep the rest of the predators at bay.
The hunters there skirting the edge of the forest. I knew they'd come back for the kill.
Perhaps it's just the sight of Nigel, but fortunately they don't come in any closer.
You all right, baby?
Dawn. She's still alive, but will she be strong enough to get back on her feet?
You can tell a dog's healthy by a wet nose, and you've got a wet trunk. Look at that. Oh. Okay, keep calm. No, the ears are coming forward. Back off, even though she's woozy. She could still charge. Keep calm. She's not showing any aggression at all towards us. She's going back with her dead sister. It's so exciting she's up, but we've got to get her away from her sister to get her back to the park, and that's going to be difficult.
The big question is, will the mammoth leave her Ice Age world and follow Nigel back to the 21st century? There's only one way to find out.
Just a little further.
Come on, you can do it. Come on. Please, come on. Come on.
She's made it back to Prehistoric Park, but she's in urgent need of help.
Suzanne, got a mammoth, she's injured, get here fast.
Prehistoric Park's head vet, Suzanne, hasn't looked after a mammoth before, but she's hoping that what she knows about elephants will help.
Well, I've just given her a light sedative, so she'll lie here and let me do this. She's got this really deep, horrible, looks like infected wound, and she's got this thing stuck in it. I'm just trying to see if I can get it out.
An important difference between mammoths and elephants is the layer of fat beneath the skin. In mammoths, it's an incredible 3 inches.
She's got this really thick layer of fat, just I guess because she's an Ice Age creature, just to keep her warm, but it's meaning this is really hard to get out. It's like a spearhead or something. It's horrible. We'll treat her like we would with an elephant wound. We'll just leave it open, not stitch it. Elephants, best not to stitch them. They'll just heal up. It takes a long time, but she'll just form a scar there. Okay. I need to give her another shot of antibiotics in a couple of days.
All the cameras working? Yeah.
With the spear tip removed and the mammoth back on her feet, it looks like she's on the road to recovery. Nigel hopes that now she'll be ready to start her new life at the park. Later that day, she's moved to her enclosure. The team decide to call her Martha. It's feeding time at Prehistoric Park.
Okay, guys, take her on it.
The T-Rex are putting on weight, and the Ornithomimus love their new pond and their new duck feed.
You like this, don't you?
Beaks on these creatures allow them to sieve their food, making them more like ducks than ostriches.
Well, I was right about the pond. The Ornithomimus love it. Look at them. They're dabbling about like ducks. We've given them a real home from home. Oh, they love it.
In fact, you could even call them Duckosaurus. Everyone is enjoying their food. Everyone, that is, except for Martha. There's a big problem. She hasn't eaten since she got here.
You can just keep piling it in.
Vet Suzanne is very concerned.
Hi, Suzanne. How is she? Not too well, unfortunately.
What's happening?
Well, she's just not eating anything at all.
Nothing. What are you trying her with?
No, we're trying her with new hay every day.
And she's not interested. She really should have started eating now. Can you get Bob to get some fresh grass? We'll try her with that. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll go and see her.
Okay, thanks. I'm not sure what the problem is at all. We moved her up here because we thought it'd be a suitable enclosure for her. It's where the elephants are, and they seem to like it up here, but she doesn't seem very happy. Her clinical exam's normal, her blood test results have been fine, her temperature's normal, her wound is okay, it's not infected. I just don't know what the problem is, and if she doesn't start eating soon, she's not going to be okay.
Martha needs to eat well to regain her strength. If she doesn't, the infection might take hold again, and that could kill her.
Could you just sign this, please?
Sure.
Back at the surgery, Suzanne does some more research.
This is a fossilised mammoth's tooth, and this is a real elephant's tooth, and you can see they've got really similar grinding and wear patterns. So I don't think it's her teeth that's the problem. I think it still might be the grass, or it might be that mammoths have a different digestive system to elephants. I'm just not sure.
Martha's getting weaker. Something needs to be done.
Martha's seriously sick, and we've got to move quickly. My plan is to go back 150,000 years. At that time, mammoth populations were flourishing. There'd be lots of healthy animals. I can get data, find out what they're feeding on, what makes them healthy, and maybe we can save Martha.
150,000 years ago, the world was in the full grip of the Ice Age. Woolly mammoths were everywhere, from the west of Europe to the east of Asia. Compared to his last trip, it's even colder. And because it's dry, lots of different kinds of grass grow here. Nigel should have no problem finding out exactly what mammoths like to eat.
It's a real different feeling to the last trip. No trees, perfect climate, perfect vegetation for mammoths, and they're flourishing. They're all females, much smaller tusks than the males. You see, they're following the lead of one animal, and she's the matriarch. She can be 50 or 60 years of age, and she maintains cohesiveness in the herd. They stop when she stops, they sleep when she sleeps, and they feed and drink when she does. Big patch of green down there, and I think that's an area of vegetation, and they're going to go and start feeding there. That's where we should go to get these plant samples. There's a commotion in the herd. The matriarch is starting to lead them away, and I don't know why. I can't see a predator there. Oh, it's a big bull mammoth, a male mammoth, and he's in muss, which means he's ready to mate. And when they're in this state, they've got 4 times the amount of testosterone they normally have. They're looking for a female to mate with, and they can be really irritable and aggressive. And the male mammoth, he's driving the herd away, and he's investigating all the females, seeing if there's one that's ready to mate. Such an enchanting sight. It's like an extended family. There's mothers and calves, there's aunties, there's sisters.
and they all seem to be thriving on their grassland diet.
Look how rich it is. It's so diverse. Grasses and mosses and all sorts of things. And they need a lot of vegetation. Sometimes they have to have 200 kilograms. That's twice my weight in food every single day. And they forage on things like this, over here. They may get vitamins and things from twigs like that, so what we need to do is get a big sample, take it back for an analysis at Prehistoric Park, and get Martha feeding again.
He may have come here to find out about their food, but he's learning a lot more besides. Just like elephants, mammoths seem to have a strong bond between members of the herd.
Something wrong down there. There's a calf in a muddy pond. It looks like it's on its own. It's really struggling. I think they've noticed there's mammoths moving over. And the matriarch, she's going as well. Come on, girl. He's really, really in trouble there. A tiny calf. Can't be more than a month or so old.
And that's what the matriarch does whenever there's trouble with the herd. She goes in to help.
Mammoths aren't the only creatures tucking into the rich grassland.
I've seen these in the textbooks. It's an elasmotherium, a prehistoric rhinoceros, twice the size of modern rhinos, weighs up to 5 tons.
The elasmotherium will soon be extinct, dying out as the climate gets warmer and its habitat disappears.
I can feel the breeze on my face. We're downwind of him. Very, very poor eyesight. He's got to get very close to see us. But if he does, he could charge. And that horn is formidable. It's as long as I'm tall, nearly 2 meters. And he'd have no hesitation about charging, impaling me with that. And that would really spoil my weekend.
But then you wouldn't want to be trampled on by an angry bull mammoth either. Although safe from the wrath of the bull mammoth, Nigel still needs to retrieve the plant bag. But now he's got his eye on something much bigger to take back to the park. This is his chance to save the elasmotherium from extinction, but it means taking a huge risk and using himself as bait.
Get these vet samples!
Close the gate! Okay, let him through! Gate's open! Right, we got it!
The large male Elasmotherium is now the latest addition to Prehistoric Park.
All right, Nigel. What's going on? I don't believe it. There's only you could go away to collect a few grasses and come back with something like that.
He's magnificent, isn't he?
Suzanne, you better get yourself over here. Nigel's got a little surprise for us. Look at that.
Nigel heads straight over to see whether he can tempt Martha with his Ice Age grass samples.
Come on, Martha. Come on, this is some prehistoric salad. Come on. Come on. This is salad from the Ice Age. Come on. She just won't be enticed. She just won't feed at all. It's anthropomorphic to say it, but she looks lonely, and the mammoths that I saw, the females at least, they were always in big groups. There was aunts, there was grandmas, there's mums, there's calves, there's sisters. I would have brought another one back, but of course her sister was killed by the hunters. In elephant societies, it's only the bulls that are on their own. The cows, they're always with calves and other elephants. So maybe she needs some companionship.
Could that be the answer? The reason that Martha's not eating is the fact that she's all alone. Some creatures are well suited to being on their own, like the Elasmotherium, who's settling in well to his new home. But just as elephants need to be close to their family, so do mammoths. Martha, barely able to stand up, is dying of loneliness. Nigel calls a meeting to propose a radical idea.
She's literally pining to death. They're herd animals, mammoths. She's stuck in that paddock on her own. She's got no companionship. They're closely related. I mean, do you think we can put them together, Suzanne?
I think the precedent's been set. It's been done before to put elephants in with established herds, and that seems to work. So I don't think it's a bad idea to see how we go with Martha.
I mean, our herd's established. It's got a pecking order, it's got a matriarch. What happens if we introduce Martha and she decides to become the dominant female?
Surely we can just do it slowly. You know them well enough. If there's a big problem, we can get in and split them up.
What else are we going to do? If we don't do something, she's going to die.
It's a risk we've got to take to save Martha.
Yeah.
It's a team decision, but will it work? It's an important day at Prehistoric Park. Nigel and his team are about to introduce an Ice Age mammoth to an elephant herd.
I'm petrified about this. You know, it's difficult enough putting a strange elephant into an established herd, but we're trying to do it with a mammoth. But we've got to try it. It's Martha's last chance.
Nigel just hopes he's doing the right thing. The plan is to first introduce Martha to the head of the elephant herd, the matriarch. If she's accepted by her, then she will be accepted by the rest of the herd. While it has its risks, it could save Martha's life.
Bit risky, isn't it?
It's our only chance.
Elephants can be very unpredictable, especially when faced with the unfamiliar.
It's nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Her tongue, she's sensing everything, smelling everything that's going on.
I'm pleased she's walking up. Like, you know, that's quite good that she doesn't seem to be really apprehensive about the matriarch. She seems really good. She seems really happy.
It's a good start, though, isn't it? This is better.
Yeah.
Better than we thought.
Yeah. Look, she's reaching out with her trunk and kind of making overtures of friendship, at least. This looks like it's working. It's amazing. Look.
Matriarchs have been known to kill elephants trying to come into the herd, but
Hey, but look.
there's nothing like that.
That's great. Look at that.
But what do you think? Should we let Bob?
I think we should, yeah, look, much better than I'd hoped for. I think we should go for it.
OK, Bob. Open the gate, please.
All the signs are good.
Girls.
It looks as though Martha the mammoth has been accepted by the elephant herd. Next time on Prehistoric Park, Nigel goes back 125 million years to rescue one of the smallest ever dinosaurs, but ends up with a whole herd of giants. Back at the park, Bob has his hands full when the T-Rex turn nasty, while Suzanne keeps Martha cool with a much-needed haircut. But for now, the elephants and Martha are busy, enjoying their dinner.